him, you know, because he's a...
All right, they always say in the entertainment business, it's the opposite of a marriage. In marriage, you want to find that one person that you connect to so much that their joys are your joys, their low points are your low points. Mm-hmm. In show business, you need the opposite. You need that person whose failures make you dance and whose successes make you stay in bed all fucking day. Who is that person for Tom Arnold?
Well, that doesn't. If I had a person like that, I wouldn't be working a very good program, would I?
No, you wouldn't.
No.
But
there are moments, there are people that have fucked with me. That Chuck Lorre.
Wow.
Yeah.
From 2.5 Men.
Yeah.
Executive producer.
Yeah. He was, I'll tell you a story. He was on Roseanne. I hired him to be a head writer. I read a script from My Two Dads that he'd written. Did a good job, but he knew that it was a 2-year job. But all head writer jobs were 2-year jobs, and everybody else knew it. In fact, Bruce Helford said, I said to him, this job.
He was the executive producer.
He was the executive producer before or after Chuck. And I said, Bruce, this job's going to last about 2 years. I'll take care of you financially. And I know one day I will be let go from here, too. So if you ever have him on, ask him about that. So anyway, I told Chuck knows what's going on. So anyway, we had the day, and I say, Chuck, you know, we'll take care of you. And then Carsey Warner, the big production, they hired him he went to the Brett Butler show and Sybil. So he's made hundreds of millions of dollars, literally.
Yeah.
Hundreds. So he comes up to me one day, this is a few years ago, and says, I need to make an amends to you. I've been telling everyone you're the biggest asshole. I mean, and he goes, and I mean everyone. I've been telling everybody with any power that you are the worst thing going, and now I've gotten to know you a little bit, and I'm sorry. You're a nice guy, and so you know I've been trying to ruin your career, and but you're a nice guy. And you know I was blown back. I had no idea because every time I'd see him, I go, hey, or
you thought there was nothing between you.
No, or he'd get a job, and I'd send a note over, congratulations, good luck, you know. So it was funny, and then I was over at Warner Brothers. And after this happened, and I saw him there, we're talking, and I said, yeah, say, if anything, you know, because he's got a lot of my old guys on the show, I go, if anything funny ever comes up on the show, let me, he goes, oh, I don't mix friendship and work. I go, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, then about a month later...
This is after he made the amends.
So
he mixes enemies with work, but not friends with work.
Exactly. Yeah, he had Roseanne on the show, but she quit because the script was all about Roseanne and me. Or Roseanne. Anyway, so what happened was a couple months later, I'm sitting at a mutual friend's house. He turns around and goes, oh, sorry in advance. I go, sorry in advance for what? I went a little far, probably. He's laughing with somebody next to her. I go, what are you talking about? Well, we traded writers with CSI, and I wrote the script. And anyway, so of course I got to watch the CSI that the 2.5 Men writers, and it's all about a cocaine boyfriend trying to kill his big star girlfriend, the big sitcom star girlfriend. And by the way, I was sober when Chuck worked at Roseanne. He wasn't, but I was, and so. I saw that, and then at the same time, this is when ER was winding up.
CSI.
Next to last episode of ER I did with the kids from my heart camp. You know, because they did an episode about heart disease, kids' heart disease, and my kids were in it, and I was in it. And so I was at Warner Bros., and the press came because they were doing a press day, and they go, what about that CSI thing? I go, well, and I called Chuck's office. Hey, Chuck won't take my call. Chuck has been available in 2 months to speak to me. A fellow comrade, and I go, well, can he say something about this thing, that it's not me? And he never said anything to the press, wouldn't deny that it wasn't about Tom Arnold.
So the press was coming out and going, hey, Tom, what do you think about CSI doing this episode about you?
And they were saying it in front of me, the kids, we were supposed to be promoting this other show.
Man.
So anyway, I found out he was going to be somewhere. I went there. And I tracked him, and he left a little early. I tracked him. I went out in the alley, got him. I stopped him. I thought about this for quite a while. I was going to either punch him in the throat, or I was going to just do what he did. So, because I figured this guy doesn't get it. He's not going to get a punch in the throat. He'd fucking get that.
Yeah.
So I just said to him, Chuck, why didn't you take my call? Why didn't you make a statement? He goes, because it could have been any boyfriend of any of the stars I've worked for. I go, name one. Name one boyfriend of Brett Butler or Sybil Shepherd that people would have put together. Oh, that could have been. He goes, you got a point there. You got a point. And I said, Chuck, if you hurt me again, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you. I just want you to know that's what's going to happen. because you've done it for, as you've admitted, you did it for 13 years first, and now you've done it again.
And if he'd made his amends, you would have accepted that.
Absolutely.
But it was that he did it, and it wasn't...
Well, the first amends was weird, to know that a guy's out there cock blocking you everywhere, and that, he's got this thing, and then to write an episode, and it was a shitty episode, it was the worst writing he'd done, because when you want to get even with somebody, because he obviously still had a hard on for me, you don't do your best work. It wasn't a good episode, and was it me saying that? I mean,
by the way, I have a paid ad. 2.5 Men back on the air. CBS on Tuesday nights. Don't miss two. I'm just kidding.